Now let's look at solution for this very fundamental level question on the concept of refraction through a prism. Here it's given the cross section of a prism ABC, and the angle of the prism is given as 60 degrees. Now in reference to this prism, let us first understand various possible parameters. Here this N1 is a normal to the face AB, N2 is a normal to the face AC. Now the angle between the two refracting sides of the prism is called the angle of the prism, which is given as 60 degrees. Now PQ is an incident ray, QR is a refracted ray, RS is emergent ray. We know by definition the angle between incident ray and normal is angle of incidence. The angle between emergent ray and normal is angle of emergence. And here R1 and R2 are the angles of refraction at the two faces AB and AC respectively. And also we have to be very clear with the angle of deviation. Now the angle of deviation is by definition, it is the angle between incident path as shown here, PQXT is incident path, and the emergent path, here RS is emergent path. So if you extrapolate this, it's meeting here at X, and the angle between incident path and emergent path will give the angle of deviation denoted by delta, and that is also given as 38 degrees in this numerical. And one more parameter that is given here is angle between incident ray and the face AB. It's not given directly the angle between incident ray and normal. Here this angle is given as 40 degrees. This is the angle between incident ray and the face. The angle made with the face is given. So in step 1 of our solution, first we find the value of I1, which is simply 90 degrees because it is a normal, minus 40 degrees will give the angle of incidence I1. And then we have a relation among I1, I2, angle of the prism and the angle of deviation. So by using that relation, we will be able to find the angle of emergence I2. So here step 1, this is to find the angle of incidence. Now here angle of incidence is equal to angle between incident ray and normal. This is important. Angle of incidence and angle of refraction always measured with normal, and this is equal to, or rather it is angle of incidence is being shown as I1. Let's say that I1 is equal to, this is 90 degrees minus the angle made by the ray with face is 40 degrees, and this is 50 degrees. And then step 2, we know by definition the angle of deviation delta is equal to I1 plus I2 minus, actually it is R1 plus R2, that R1 plus R2 is equal to angle of the prism, angle A. So the angle of deviation, this is delta, is I1 plus I2 minus A. Therefore the angle of deviation is given as 38 degrees, and this is equal to I1, we got it as 50 degrees plus I2 minus the angle of the prism is given as 60 degrees. This is also in the numerical. So the value of I2, we have to find the angle of emergence. Therefore I2 is equal to, here minus 10 when we bring it to this side, and this is 48 degrees. So the angle of emergence I2 is asked, that is 48 degrees. So option 2 is our correct answer.